unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is KN-ATAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho the Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ songs. Uncle songs on Rhythm of Steel Radio. Brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of KN-ATAM Radio and Rhythm of Steel Radio, and I own the bar, Teats Galore, Cletus and Jebediah Emporium. I am Mr. Jebediah, apologizing for this year's scheduled tour was on the Riverside Rage Monster, but due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with Joe X, the mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to KN-ATAM Radio, Joe X special. Yeah. Hey, it's Billy Outlaws. Stay tuned for more KN-ATAM Radio. There's a lot of stuff to be love you.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte.
Hello, this is KN-ATAM Radio. We're wishing all our patrons a happy new year, Merry Christmas. This is KN-ATAM Radio, the forgotten side of the Second Amendment. Our subject in question is Joe X, guys. If what happened to him can happen to him, it can happen to all of us, anywhere. If you guys are in the know, the government in the Western world is trying to limit your ability to be able to defend yourself or to speak up for yourself. And if you're not interested in preserving your freedom to be able to have those rights, well, you don't belong here. Another honorable mention, you guys, is Bull Hansen or Bjorn Andreas or something. He talks a lot about this. He's another popular YouTuber that once your freedoms go, they don't come back. They don't come back without massive bloodshed. So if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on with Joe, if you guys don't give a fuck about what's going on in Europe, that they're making all their kitchen knives illegal because women are getting attacked, if you don't give a fuck about how the artificial intelligence and the on-the-grid technocracy, this huge looming dystopia looms over us and can engulf us all, Big Brother. So what the hell that guy is basically saying is they're going to blame artificial intelligence of why you continually need to more and more have an application process to have a digital ID. And if you're a real American, you're going to tell them to shove that up their ass, but no one's going to do that. They'll comply. Everybody's been complying for more than 20 years. So, what up, guys? This is Pastor Squatch. This is the Squatch. This is a series where we're bringing awareness to my homeboy, Joe X. Look it. If you're just tuning in, if you're not into guns or knives or tactical survival, if you're not into any of that, it doesn't matter. Joe X is a good dude who was an entrepreneur, and his neighbors and his own government fucked him out of his dreams. And he's a warrior, and he's going to keep going, and he has a way better temperament than me. If he was some kind of volatile, dangerous person, he would have went AWOL already. And I don't, I'm mad for the guy, and I'm glad that he's not as mad as I am. For having an opinion, the guy's in a Western country. He's in a first world Western country where he fought for the country. He was in the army and everything, okay? And he is getting fucked with for many reasons that are unconstitutional. If you're born in the USA, if you have American red, white, and blue balls, you know that all men, American or not, they have a God-given right to pursue happiness and liberty and individuality and freedom of expression and privacy and to have their dignity, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the First and Second Amendment, the right that you can speak your mind and that you could defend yourself, your nation, your way of living with dire straits by the sword. So Joe is getting fucked with by many stupid reasons, and I don't know why in this country, just like mine, the authorities, they acquiesce, they oblige to the Karens that fucking complain about stupid shit, jealous haters. If you're eccentric, if you're a great person, if you're different, if you put people off for being such ways, you're going to get a lot of haters and oppositions in this world. So without further ado, let's get on this. This is a workout music playlist and meditation, Bible stuff. Joe X, if you ever see this, God bless. It's in your honor. It's also for me to have a playlist to listen to when I jog or I'm in the sauna without commercials like Pandora's does. But it's in Joe's honor, and I'm trying to do my part by bringing awareness. I would like everybody else to survival, the tactical, the boostcraft communities to also do their part, speak the fuck up, fight for each other. I've elaborated so many other videos why the fuck we need to do this and what the fuck we're not doing, like fucking little bitches, okay? So I'm kind of done with that. We're gonna get on to it. Let me write. Hi, welcome to KN-ATAM Radio. Welcome to KN-ATAM Radio, you motherfuckers. I love you. So follow me and Joe X if you have freedom in your veins and fucking lead in your balls, and I really appreciate everything, okay? Really, guys, I've elaborated ad nauseum so much about how important it is to have fucking freedom and balls, okay? So this playlist is gonna be more of us where I is from the southwest of the United States, and Weezins is gonna contribute to Joe X by giving a workout playlist of fuck yeah, kick ass shit. So without any further ado, man, here's this fucking video, dude. So chill out, okay? You got studying to do, you got some jogging to do, you got a long walk to do that. Then subscribe to KN-ATAM Radio, and it will fulfill your soul. We'll live happily ever after. Okay, that's all you gotta do. That's all you's gotta do. And golf us all, Big Brother, 1984. None of this rings a bell to you? Well, you're probably in the wrong place, but we welcome you to please come and learn. Please follow, subscribe, KN-ATAM Radio, and we will adhere unto you or admonish unto you other news sources and even other blade channels, tactical channels, better and bigger than this one. So God bless. Keep on rocking the free world, up the irons. Fuck yeah, go Joe X. Marlboro, Code Marlboro. DEFCON 4, Marlboro.
Is the year 2025 a freedom fighter is being flanked by Count?
Es ist das Jahr 2025.
It is the year.
Es ist das Jahr
It is the year 2025 a freedom fighter is being flanked.
Attention all lovers of freedom and all patriots of the country that believe in freedom. The Western world is under attack. Yuns need to tune in to KN-ATAM Radio and follow the most accurate news sources that regular social media can find. Yuns need to support Joe X. Joe X is getting oppressed by his own country that he served just for speaking his mind and giving a fuck about his own people. Yuns need to not just sit there with the tallywackers out the TikTok and out there incognito hub. Yuns need to stick up for fellow failures of Yuns countrymen when they endure straits from their government, because it's not a matter of fact of white versus black or east versus west. It's a fact of government busting you. We're living in a technocracy dystopia with that fella George Orwell and all them Alex Jones critters. And all them fellers are fighting for your rights, is fighting for your freedom. There's a victim of cancel culture, cancel culture. And Yuns letting it happen. Yuns not sticking up for your fellers of freedom, and I'm mad at Yuns. I'm so mad at Yuns, and you can start by following KN-ATAM Radio and subscribing to Joe X. Yuns need to bring awareness to when Yuns fellow countrymen and your fellow Westerners getting got by the government just for them exercising their rights, just for them having an opinion. If Yuns don't believe me, if Yuns some kind of sycophantic freaking fascist bastard, I'm gonna whoop all of Yuns. I need you to subscribe to Joe X. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas here at KN-ATAM Radio. And a Joe Xmas New Year, you hear? So stay tuned. Yuns follow KN-ATAM Radio. Well, Pastor Squatcho, that's me. I love Yuns. Yuns get going. Yuns doing what you gotta do to fight for your rights. A feller said that time to time the tree of liberty is thirsty and it needs to be watered. It needs to be watered with dos sangres de fascismos and patriotismos. Los desperados
You're tuned in to KN-ATAM Radio. You're gonna follow Joe X. You're gonna bring awareness to his tyranny. And we're gonna party and make the best of it. It's 2025. It's Christmas time. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas. We're hearing from T from Cold Steel. She said, Merry Christmas to Joe Xmas Christmas. She wants to partake in his IROD test. Yours follow me as I follow Joe X. Yours give him a subscribe if you want to stay alive. Fun for your friends. This is KN-ATAM Radio coming at you live in San Bernardino National Forest. Yours better do that. Yours better do. I won't love yous. Don't you want me to love yous? If yours in the bar is prancing around in the forest, yours keep on living to do the wild thing. It's KN-ATAM Radio, we're doing the wild thing. Come do the wild thing, follow KN-ATAM Radio. Subscribe to Joe X. We is doing Joe X Christmas. Coming at you live from USA, the San Bernardino National Forest. I is Nacho the Squatcho. Yours is Mr. Sapient Creature. This is what the wild things do. Bring it to you, KN-ATAM Radio, babies. I love you.
Reasons why you should never feel bad for cheating on your girl. In this world, we have this thing called karma. It can be good or bad depending on our actions. If you cheat on your girl, break her heart, it just means she did something nefarious in her past, and you cheating is the consequence. You're not out here cheating because you're a bad guy. You're just balancing the cosmic scales. It sounds like justice to me, King. And go ahead and follow me. Stay toxic.
Is Nacho the Squatcho, KN-ATAM Radio business. Call in every weekend. We're doing caller in karaoke with Nacho the Squatcho. I'll show you how it's done. So it's all this. Cause I'm a free as a bird now. And this bird cannot change. I am this bird cannot change. Oh, I love you. This is Nacho the Squatcho. You're listening to KN-ATAM Radio. This is what wild things do. And I love you. Did not fire high carbon radio.
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are in a nut. Nut. Everybody loves the nut. There was a hermit named Fred who kept a dead horse in his cave. And everyone said to Fred, Fred, how come you keep a dead horse in your cave? And he said, well,
everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo.
brains are in a rut. Nut. Everybody loves the nut. A Columbia man named Frank had a tiger named Hank. He tried to put Hank in his tank. Guess what happened to old Frank? When he picked up the teeth, hair, and eyeballs, erected a tombstone and read,
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo.
brains are in a rut. Nut. Everybody loves the nut. Another Columbia fella told Queen Isabella, I don't think the world is flat. Now, what do you think about that? She said, No. He said, no, ma'am. She said, you get out my queen. And he said, yes, ma'am.
Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo.
Ranger and a nut, nut. Everybody loves a nut. Everybody loves a nut. The whole world loves a weirdo. Ranger and a nut, but everybody loves.
This is Nacho. So, young thing I like prancing around the forest, doing the wild thing. Oh, like some kind of, like some kind of hippie furry little corner bastard. Now say hey, a little them there. I'm doing this here for all yous. I'm fighting for yous. I'm a fellow freedom fighting sailor. Like all yous lazy common little hippie bastards. I still love you. I'll show you the proper way to be. We can do those things. I is Nacho the Squatcho. Yours is bonafide sapient creature. This is KN-ATAM Radio. Brought to you by what the wild things do. I love you. Merry Christmas. This is Mr. Jebediah. I am the feller that owns the bar, Teats Galore and Teats Galore. You might have heard of my business from Riddle Steel Radio. Also own the Squatcho channel. It's Christmas. I own this channel. Let's say Merry Christmas. Tune in to KN-ATAM Radio. We specialize in giving to you the latest in current news and esoteric kind of things. Also, we'll do all the blade sports, bushcraft, and tomahawk throwing, and precarious credit hunting adventures. Stay tuned to KN-ATAM Radio. Subscribe to Joe X as well. And this is your station for free speech and other things that are the most accurate and most truthful social media as possible. So stay tuned to KN-ATAM Radio. Thank you for your patronage. This is Uncle Jebediah, the fellow that owns Teats Galore Bar that you might have heard of Radio Steel Radio. Be sure to tune in to KN-ATAM Radio, your source for heavy metal and the most current, most truthful news source of media as possible, as far as the algorithm will permit. Hi, it's Squatcho, reminding you to call up karaoke every weekend night. Call into your karaoke bed. All is most of yours. I was almost spent a lifetime karaoke tournament down in Cletus Jebediah Emporium business. We had extra for one time over food. I saw you.
police intimidate, still fishing, holding a doorbell. Well, hell out, don't employ to take. Yours go in there and you tell the sponsor and you get your free passes. I love you. It's a KN-ATAM Radio. Yeah, we start 2023. We got so ahead. Cold still tape cold still be here. See love, oh yeah. See all the love, joy ahead. All the talking with your hostility. KN-ATAM Radio, baby. Yours too, and we love you. KN-ATAM, we can call karaoke.
Reasons why you should never feel bad for cheating on your girl. In this world, we have this thing called karma. It can be good or bad depending on our actions. If you cheat on your girl, break her heart, it just means she did something nefarious in her past, and you cheating is the consequence. You're not out here cheating because you're a bad guy. You're just balancing the cosmic scales. It sounds like justice to me, King. Now go ahead and...
KN-ATAM Radio, been 1095 high carbon radio. It is almost 2100 hours. Winter solstice, December 2025. Oh yeah. Stand by, please.
Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. In most every battle, when the West was young, the Mexicans outnumbered us, but still we'd make them run. So they would feel, fight and steal, and one by one they fell. And as their generals called retreat, you could hear them yell, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. We were fighting Indians, things were looking bad. So Jim showed up and gave those Redskins everything he had. He cut them up and cut them down, and as they rode away, while they were heading for the hills, you could hear them say, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. He fought his last battle at the Alamo. He was killed by Santa Anna, but history books will show. Till the very minute Jim Bowie fell and died, he was busy with his blade and Santa Anna cried, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife.
Everybody loves the nut.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Fought single-handed through the Indian War till the creeks was whipped and the peace wasn't stored. While he was handling this risky chore, made himself a legend forevermore. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He gave his word and he gave his hand that his Indian friends could keep their land. The rest of his life he took the stand that justice was due every redskin band. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. He went off to Congress and served his spell, fixing up the government and laws as well. Took over Washington, so we hear tell, and patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. When he come home, his politicking done, the Western March had just begun. So he packed his gear and his trusty gun, and lit out grinning to follow the sun. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. His land land is biggest and his land is best. From grassy plains to the mountain crest, he's ahead of us all, meeting the test, following his legend into the west. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. King of the wild frontier.
Be sure to stay tuned to KN-ATAM Radio all month long for Joe Xmas Christmas. Y'all listening to KN-ATAM Radio. Let me skip through commercials, please.
Blessed is the man who walks not in the dark. Don't sit with the wicked, don't stand where they bark, but delights in the word both day and night.
Well, I saw, baby, I remember it was Friday night. Oh, no. 'Cause if you ever get to Witch's Valley, don't dream or close your eyes. Never trust your shadow in the dark. 'Cause there's a lady I know who takes your soul. She fucks that shit up. The things you'll see, yeah, what's a bad? Lost it never fail. Oh, lady evil, evil. She's a magical, mystical woman. Lady evil, evil, oh, Joe, my. She's the queen of the night. Oh, she's gonna do you right. Oh, she's a queen of sin. Look out, she'll pull you in. Lady Wonder, Lady Wonder. Oh. You guys want to hear that song? I'll probably get copyrighted as fuck. But let's see, okay. Lady Evil. Well, I am sorry about it. So if I get copyright swatted and edit it, it's for Dio.
Gifts, boy Alex.
Joe X is T from Cold Steel. Okay, a little bit of heavy metal in our country music day. This is KN-ATAM Radio. We are bringing awareness because our friend Joe X is getting fucked by his government. Our friend Joe X, he was in the army. He was a tactician and entrepreneur, like kind of fella, and now that is violating his rights. The government sucks. So if you give a shit, go support my boy. Go check out Joe X. I guarantee you'll like his programming. If you're into tactical bushcraft, kick-ass, fuck-ass shit, it's action-packed. I'm into blade sports, guys, so people care about throwing and catching a ball. I want to see what I could go kill Bigfoot with when I run out of ammunition because Gavin Newsom told me I couldn't have that much stuff. This is KN-ATAM Radio coming at you live. Coming at you live. I love you.
Hello out there in YouTube land. This is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is KN-ATAM Radio from San Bernardino.
KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by.
Attention patriots, mosh pit veterans, and hardcore lovers of freedom. This weekend, Cletus and Jebediah's fishing in the Double Barrel Emporium is offering free petitions to put you know who on the next ballot. Uncle Ted. Yeah, he's also on the watch list from the feds. And he's thoroughbred. Red, white, and blue. Just like me. And just like you, brother. So come on down yonder this weekend. For free hard-ground energy drinks and bowling knives. If you win a prize at our various Target suit games. Oh yeah, Cletus and Jebediah's fishing in the Double Barrel Emporium this weekend. And half off anti-freedom beverage for the day. If you win a Target practice on the games. That's right, don't be late. So come on down to Cletus and Jebediah fishing in the Double Barrels Outdoor Warehouse Emporium. This weekend will be 2 free hand grenades and NATO regulation gas masks. Within the purchases of the automatic primary and secondary covers. Win your chick a tactical breast vest that may be eligible to be autographed by the Motorhead City Batman and sell sweepstakes. Yeah! This ain't your Barney Sanders convention, y'all. So get on down yonder here and have a beer and shoot a deer and don't make queer. Limited 3 chicks per visit unless guaranteed intent to purchase bazookas. All total biologically born chicks are totally welcome, but this disclaimer says chicks must have biological accoutrements of like sheer and total megalithic sex. All like really and totally massive and disproportionate to the waistband size. So come on in and make sure liberty never is dead. Get your ass in here and vote for Uncle Ted. This message is brought to you by sheer and total kick-ass shit and Black Bazooka Coffee Incorporated. So get on down here to Cletus and jeopardize. This is the double barrel Emporium this weekend. Yeah.
House, but
You are listening to KN-ATAM Radio! KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by. We're trying to get through these here stupido commercials.
He was over 2X panels tall. He was hair straight and thin. He was rough and he was tougher than an gnarled old hickory limb. In the War of 1812, Andrew Jackson got that name. His soldiers gave it to him, forever to remain. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory's eyes were bright and blue when they searched for truth and right. And when they didn't see it, there would likely be a fight. If old Hickory didn't like a thing someone had done or said, truly looked them in the eye, then hit them on the head. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Piney woods he came, and he seemed to always yearn to go back home to Tennessee, his home once more return. He called his place the Hermitage, and contentedly he sighed. That's where Andrew Jackson, old Hickory, finally died. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Andrew Jackson, our 7th president.
Deadline in 5. Finished?
Not this stupid commercial.
KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
About the fighting man and many a pioneer, but there's another kind of hero that we ought to hear. Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man. Franklin couldn't ride had a horse and he couldn't shoot a gun, but it would take a mighty long time to tell the things he's done. He wrote for Richard's Almanac, and when he flew that kite, on the world of science, he threw a brand new light. Yes, he threw a brand new light. Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man. He helped unite the colonies in the war against the French. Then he went off to England, threw them a monkey wrench. He spoke his piece and told them our nation had a right to freedom from oppression, and made them see the light. Yes, he made them see the light. And Franklin was a quiet man, but one who made his mark. And when he went a politicking, he showed the kind of spark that made this country what it is. And he was there that day to sign the Constitution of the USA. Yes, of the USA. Old Ben Franklin was a backwoods sage who helped to shape this land. Old Ben Franklin was a many-sided man.
I started listening to KN-ATAM Radio. Stand by.
Sequoia's winters were 16. Silent tongue, spirit clean, he walked at his father's side. Across the smoking battleground, where red and white men lay all around, so many here had died. The wind had scattered around snow-white leaves upon the ground. Not leaves like leaves from trees. Sequoia said, "What can this be? What's this strange thing here I see? From where come leaves like these?" Sequoia turned to his father's eyes and he said, "Father, you are wise. From where come such snow-white leaves?" with such strange marks upon these squares, not even the wise owl could put them there. So strange, these snow-white leaves. His father, shielding his concern, resenting the knowledge Sequoia yearned, crumbled the snow-white leaves. He said, when I explain that it's done, these are talking leaves, my son, the white man's talking leaves. The white man takes a berry of black and red and an eagle's feather from the eaglet's bed, and he makes bird track marks. And the marks on the leaves, they say, carry messages to his brother far away, and his brother knows what's in his heart. They see these marks and they understand the truth in the heart of the far-off man. The enemies can't hear them. Said Sequoia's father, son, they weave bad medicine on these talking leaves. Leave such things to them. Then Sequoia, walking lightly, followed his father quietly. But so amazed was he. If the white man talks on leaves, why not the Cherokee? Vanished from his father's face, Sequoia went from place to place, but he could not forget. Year after year he worked on and on, till finally he cut into stone the Cherokee alphabet. Sequoia's hair by now was white. His eyes began to lose their light. But he taught all who would believe that the Indian's thoughts could be written down, just as the white man's there on the ground. And he left us these talking leaves.
KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by. We have to skip commercials. KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by. KN-ATAM Radio, please stand by. 1095 High Carbon Radio, coming at you live from San Bernardino National Forest. It's 2100 and almost 20 hours. 21:20 winter solstice 2025 AD.
tried forgetting hunger pains while waiting for winter's end. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the lives of Lewis and Clark. They mapped the Rocky Mountains, ate buffalo and bear. They traveled on and had to fight Indians everywhere. But Meriwether Lewis kept busy at his maps, so other men who traveled west could follow in their tracks. A big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the lives of Lewis and Clark. Never short on courage, they fought their way out west and proudly raised the stars and stripes to end their bitter quest. And then those rugged pioneers who crossed the USA went back to old St. Louis and heard their president say, a big hunk of this country might still be in the dark if it weren't for the lives of Lewis and Clark.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-95 High Carbon Radio. I'll tell yous what. Winter solstice 2025.
Your boom was a man, yes, a man. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty oak tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan through the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all America free. All Americans free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with a hoop and a holler he could mow down a forest of trees. With a knife and a gun he never did fail, there was nothing he could not tame. He blazed a big wide liberty trail through history's hall of fame. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with a dream of a country that would always forever be free. Forever be free. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come truer was he. What a boon, what a doer, what a dream come truer was he. Daniel Boone was a man.
Squatcho is in Wendigo Formicile tomorrow, hopefully. KN-ATAM Radio, yo.
Curious about
Getting out of these commercials. 1095 Hot Carbon Radio. I'll tell you what. It's Joe Xmas Christmas. This is winter solstice. Winter solstice 2025.
Here's a story often told about little Nathan, 9 years old. Ethan Allen called his name, and little Nathan rose to fame. At Ticonderoga, where the redcoats fought, there a youngster showed the kind of grit that can't be bought. Little Nathan took a lantern, held it in his hand, to lead the Green Mountain boys and help to free this land. Little Nathan, short on size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way to a crack in the wall where he sometimes played. At Ticonderoga, the British were asleep. Ethan Allen and his men didn't make a peep. They landed north of Willow Point, followed Nathan's tracks, took the fort 'cause they surprised those British lobster backs. Little Nathan, short of size, the light of freedom in his eyes. He held a lantern and showed the way, and Ethan Allen won the day. At Ticonderoga, Captain De La Place ordered down the British flag, shame was on his face. He took out his sword and then there was a silent pause. Handed it to Nathan, said, "This victory is yours." Little Nathan, 9 years old, stands among the very bold. Little Nathan led the way, helped to free the USA. Little Nathan saved the day.
Coming at you live from San Bernardino National Falls. It is winter solstice 2025 with your host, Pastor Squatcho. I'll tell you what, I love yous. Happy holidays, motherfuckers.
I can hear the echo of 1,000 ringing bells. I can smell the cannons and hear the people's yells. Long live George Washington, their ghostly voices say. And I still feel his spirit to this very day. And I can see a young boy growing straight and tall. And as I watch him hunt and ride, I've no doubt at all it won't be long till he's full grown, and then will come the day he'll become the president of the USA. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. I see him fighting engines up on his great white horse. I feel the loneliness he felt while steering history's horse. He was first in war and first in peace, and he was first again in the hearts of everyone of his countrymen. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. Well, in those days at Valley Forge, he held his men in hand, then crossed the Delaware, and there in Trenton freed this land. He's the father of our country, and to this very day, he's the first and greatest president of the USA. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. Long live George Washington, I hear the people say. He's the first and greatest president of the USA. He's the first and greatest president of the USA.
KN-ATAM Radio coming at you live from Sanborn Dana National Forest. But see, oh, give me death, I'll fight to my last breath. So, it's KTAM Radio, guys. We is bringing awareness to our friend Joe X. They is stripping away his liberties. So, you guys, our friend Joe X is an entrepreneur, is a freedom-fighting patriot. I just got copyright SWAT, fucking stupid. Okay, so here's the thing, dude. If Joe was some volatile creature and he was a liability to his community, so let me tell you a story. In USA, we had this serial killer. His name was Christopher Dorner. He got fired from the police department, and he started clapping foes. He started clapping them left and right. And he had lots of collateral damage. Some people see him as a hero. So if Joe was such a liability and had volatile 51-50 tendencies against his community, 51-50 means danger to oneself and others. So, like, if he was like that, he would have already fucked shit up by now, dude. I'm more pissed off than he is, and so everybody else in the Tactico, and the Bushcraft, and Survival, and the Prep-a-Loppers, all these fucking knife collectors, if they don't get off their ass and speak up for their homeboy, the only guy who's gonna bring what the fuck we do to the forefront of pop culture, well, then they're more afraid of their significant other getting mad at them and leaving them because they're a nerd who collects shit instead of like using their fucking balls and supposed patriotic fervor and former service to their country to bring awareness when somebody gets fucked. Because all you guys in the conservative bunch, dude, when like one of your, like, I don't know if Joe is a conservative, it's very gray when it comes to Generation X people. I really like Generation X people. It's the last vestige of the last generation. Say fuck you, I don't believe you. Shove your jab, COVID, particle, fucking needle, dick back up your own ass. Like, so this dude, I forgot what I was going with it. But none of these other fuckers, dude, in these fucking channels say anything about it. And then, like, when anybody gets clapped for trying to tell the government to fuck off, dude, not since fucking Ruby Ridge has anyone had the balls to stand up and give a fuck about we the people shit, man. So honestly, dude, I have no posterity. I have no dog in this fight. If you guys want to be cowards and you want to let your shit and your society go down the shitter, as long as you don't take my right away to speak my mind and have a fucking sword, we can fucking coexist. The moment you piss on that, I'm just gonna whoop everybody's ass, dude. And the older I get, if you don't fucking confront me now, I'm gonna be even more pissed off by then. So anyways, yeah, keep on rocking the free world, up the iron, say fuck yeah. Subscribe and go check out Joe, follow KTAM Radio, fuck yeah. And we're gonna continue rocking out, dude, so do your part. Quit being a little bitch. Yours is listening to them the KTAM Radio business. I is Squatcho, you is sapient creature.
Hello out there in YouTube land, this is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is KTAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho the Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Songs, Uncle Songs on Rhythm of Steel Radio.
Brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of KN-ATAM Radio, and Radio Steel Radio, and I own the bar, Teats Galore, Cletus and Jebediah Emporium. I am Mr. Jebediah, apologizing for this year's schedule. Tour was on the Riverside Bridge Monster, but due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with Joe X. The mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to KN-ATAM Radio, Joe X special. Yeah. Hey, it's me, stay tuned for more KN-ATAM Radio. There's a lot of stuff and we love you.
ATAM Radio, please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und
You're listening to KN-ATAM 1095 Radio with your host Nacho the Squatcho, yet we live from the Seder-filled wasteland of San Bernardino, California.
Tune in, the KN-ATAM Radio presents KN-ATAM Karaoke, yay! Stacy's mom is going home. Stacy's mom is going home. Stacy came to Society's not good.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere, and Jim Bowie don't think you disgraced anything, Joe.
Ben Franklin, Paul Revere und Jim Bowie finden nicht, dass du irgendetwas beschmutzt hast, Joe. Du bist ein verdammt cooler Typ, Alter. Deine Legende hat gerade erst begonnen.
As the ultimate warrior, and my message to you, all cross white and Joe X. Your enemy is an amalgamation of a bunch of godless monkey crap. Deep red, black, and soy stacking, fake alpha, douche fucking. This is KN-ATAM Radio. Battle, it sucks. If it starts steel, it sucks. KTM Radio, 1095, Hot Carbon Radio, getting through commercials. Tell you what, stand by.
There was a man you know a long time ago. They say he never had a pretty face, but he was a man so tall he could love the great and small. He walked into history and there he took his place. Honest Abe Lincoln, he set the people thinking. He wouldn't lie to you and he wouldn't lie to me. There was trouble, he was tried, but the Lord was by his side. The tall American was a man of destiny. From a cabin small he came, striding down a country lane, for there was trouble in the promised land. But no one could put him down for 1,000 miles around. So terrible and mighty was the power of his hand. Honest Abe Lincoln, he set the people thinking. He wouldn't lie to you and he wouldn't lie to me. There was trouble, he was tried, but the Lord was by his side. The tall American was a man of destiny. Down to Washington he went to become the president and pass a law for all the world to see. And they're looking to us now. Long ago we showed them how. Lincoln wanted every kind of people to be free. Well, a rebel shot him dead, that's what everybody said. But men as great as Lincoln never died. So if you're an honest man, try to do the best you can. And someday you will meet him away up in the sky. Oh, honest Abe Lincoln, he set the people thinking. He wouldn't lie to you and he wouldn't lie to me. There was trouble, he was tried, but the Lord was by his side. The tall American was a man of destiny. The tall American was a man of destiny.
Place yourself, the witches fear thee. Where they say the wind won't blow. They only speak in whispers of the day. There's a little vessel who leaves the darkness. She can't face the lights. Yeah, with an awful shout she will find you well. Help you before the night. Evil, she's a magical music of love. Many evil people on your mind. She's the queen of the night. She's gonna do you right. Woo! First yourself, the witches fear thee. Where they say the rain won't fall. Thunder cracks the sky, it makes you bleed. Yeah. There's a little vessel who needs the darkness. She can't face the light. Yeah, with an awful shout she will find your way to help you before the night. Killing evil, evil. She's a magical musical. And evil people lose your mind. She's the queen of the night. to Winter's Valley. Don't dream of closing my eyes. Don't trust the shadow in the dark. Cause there's a lady I know takes your soul. She turns it all around. The things you see of what you pay. Lost and never failed. Lady evil, evil. She's a mystical, mystical woman. Lady evil, evil, oh so mine. She's the queen of the night. Gonna do you right. She's the queen of sale. Look out for you, yeah. Lady Wonder, Lady Wonder. Oh, 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 yeah. Yours is listening to them there live.
You had the whole day planned. A quick Sapporo stop for a little treat, then lunch with your mother-in-law.
95 Carbon Radio coming at you live from San Bernardino, California, National Forest. Yuns telling yuns that you need to fight for your rights. I'm here now to tell yuns this sapient creature. I was fighting for yuns' rights. I was fighting for yuns' freedoms. This is KN-ATAM Radio business, and I love you.
Under attack. Attention, all lovers of freedom and all patriots of the country that believe in freedom. The Western world is under attack. Yuns need to tune in to KN-ATAM Radio and follow the most accurate news sources that regular social media can find. Yuns need to support Joe X. Joe X is getting oppressed by his own country that he served just for speaking his mind and giving a fuck about his own people. Yuns need to not just sit there with the tallywackers out the TikTok and out there incognito hub. Yuns need to stick up for fellow failures of Yuns countrymen when they endorse straits from their government, because it's not a matter of fact of white versus black or east versus west. It's a fact of government versus you. We're living in a technocracy dystopia. And with that fella George Orwell and all them Alex Jones critters and all them fellas are fighting for your rights, is fighting for your freedom. There's a victim of cancel culture, cancel culture, and Yuns letting it happen. Yuns not sticking up for your fellers of freedom, and I'm mad at Yuns. I'm so mad at Yuns, and you can start by following KN-ATAM Radio and subscribing to Joe X. Yuns need to bring awareness to when Yuns fellow countrymen and your fellow Westerners getting got by the government just for them exercising their rights, just for them having an opinion. If Yuns don't believe me, if you're some kind of sycophantic, freaking fascist bastard, I'm gonna whoop all of Yuns. I need Yuns to subscribe to Joe X. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas here at KN-ATAM Radio. And a Joe Xmas New Year, you hear? So stay tuned. Yuns follow KN-ATAM Radio with Pastor Squatcho. That's me. I love Yuns. Yuns get going. Yuns doing what you gotta do to fight for your rights. A fella said that time to time the tree of liberty is thirsty and it needs to be watered. It needs to be watered with
with dos sangres de fascismos and patriotismos. Los Desperados, you're tuned in to KN-ATAM Radio. You gotta follow Joe X. You gotta bring awareness to his tyranny. And we're gonna party and make the best of it. It's 2025. It's Christmas time. It's a Joe Xmas Christmas. We're hearing from T from Cold Steel. She said, Merry Christmas to Joe Xmas Christmas. She wants to partake in his eye test. Yours follow me as I follow Joe X. Yours give him a subscribe if you want to stay alive. Fun for your friends. This is KN-ATAM Radio coming at you live in San Bernardino National Forest. Yours better do that. Yours better do. I won't love you. Don't you want me to love you? If you're super car is prancing around in the forest, yours keep on living do the wild thing. It's KN-ATAM Radio, we're doing the wild thing. Come do the wild thing, follow KN-ATAM Radio, subscribe to Joel X. We is doing the Joel X this Christmas, coming at you live from USA, the San Bernardino National Forest. I is Nacho the Squatcho. Yours is listening safety creature. This is what the wild things do. Bring it to you, KN-ATAM Radio, babies. Love you. KN-ATAM Radio USA, sending through all the bands to try and relay to you the most accurate and honest available news. All things kinetic and tactical, all things practical and survival, presidential studies, encrypted hook, exorcism, honoring Joe X. It always take a stand for the universal freedom for all men. KN-ATAM established 20.
Yo, it's Squatcho. So I see some people are commenting, and I will get around the yuns. I love you. Let's see if anybody gives a shit. Coming at you live from San Bernardino National Forest. It's Mechach again. I'm back, Yahan. Mechach says Jade Wallaha. Anshu Malik Pookie Don of No Risk. I only speak English, but you guys can do what you want, man. It is 10 on the 5 hot carbon radio business. I is looking for where we was. This is 10 out of 5 hot carbon radio. Jones is listening to KN-ATAM Radio, now Tomahawk and Axe and Machete Radio. I love you, stand by. If Jones is gonna stand by me in the apocalypse. KN-ATAM Radio, stand by, getting the commercials. It is 2200 hours on winter solstice 2025.
As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows,
as the grass shall grow. The Senecas are an Indian tribe of the Iroquois Nation. Down on the New York-Pennsylvania line, you'll find their reservation. After the U.S. Revolution, Corn Planter was a chief. He told the tribe these men they could trust. That was his true belief. He went down to Independence Hall, and there a treaty signed that promised peace with the USA and Indian rights combined. George Washington gave his signature, the government gave its hand. They said that now and forevermore that this was Indian land. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. On the Seneca Reservation, there is much sadness now. Washington's treaty has been broken, and there is no hope, no how. Across the Allegheny River, they're throwing up a dam. It will flood the Indian country, a proud day for Uncle Sam. It has broke the ancient treaty with a politician's grin. It will drown the Indian graveyards. Corn Planter, can you swim? The earth is mother to the Senecas. They're trampling sacred ground. Change the mint green earth to black mud flats as honor hobbles down. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. The Iroquois Indians used to rule from Canada way south, but no one fears the Indians now and smiles a liar's mouth. The Senecas hired an expert to figure another site, but the great good army engineers said that he had no right. Although he showed them another plan and showed them another way, they laughed in his face and said, no deal, Kinzua Dam is here to stay. Congress turned the Indians down, brushed off the Indians' plea, so the Senecas have renamed the dam. They call it Lake Perfidy. As long as the moon shall rise, as long as the river flows, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the grass shall grow. Washington, Adams, and Kennedy now hear their pledges ring. The treaties are safe, we'll keep our word. But what is that gurgling? It's a backwater from Perfidy Lake. It's rising all the time, over the homes and over the fields and over the promises fine. No boats will sail on Lake Perfidy. In winter it will fill. In summer it will be a swamp and all the fish will kill. But the government of the USA has corrected George's vow. The father of our country must be wrong. What's an Indian anyhow? As long as the moon shall rise, look up. As long as the river thirsty. As long as the sun will shine. My brother, are you warm? As long as the grass shall grow.
I gotta go do some rounds, fellas. Please deal with my own makeshift commercials.
Hello out there in YouTube land. This is 1095 High Carbon Radio. This is KN-ATAM Radio from San Bernardino, National Forest, USA. Starring Nacho the Squatcho. Follow fellow DJ Songs, Uncle Songs on Rhythm of Steel Radio, brought to you by What the Wild Things Do.
Hello, this is the owner of KN-ATAM Radio and Rhythm of Steel Radio, and I own the bar. Teats galore, included in Jebediah Emporium. I am Mr. Jebediah apologizing for this year's scheduled tour was on the Riverside Rage Monster due to Karens and neighborhood watch Karens that wasted the authorities' time, just like with Joe X. The mission was circumvented. Thank you for dealing with our improvisation and your patronage. This is Mr. Jebediah. You are listening to KN-ATAM Radio, Joe X special. Yeah. Hey, it's me, stay tuned for more KN-ATAM Radio. There's a lot of Squatcho we love you.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio. Please stand by. We are attempting to prevent copyright swap and outsourced unwelcomed commercials.
KN-ATAM Radio, bitte warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KN-ATAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio. Bitte.
Hello, this is KN-ATAM Radio. We're wishing all our patrons a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. This is KN-ATAM Radio, the forgotten side of the Second Amendment. Our subject in question is Joe X, guys. If what happened to him can happen to him, it can happen to all of us, anywhere. If you guys are in the know, the government in the Western world is trying to limit your ability to be able to defend yourself or to speak up for yourself. And if you're not interested in preserving your freedom to be able to have those rights, well, you don't belong here. Another honorable mention, you guys, is Bull Hansen or Bjorn Andreas or something. He talks a lot about this. He's another popular YouTuber that once your freedoms go, they don't come back. They don't come back without massive bloodshed. So if you
KN-ATAM Radio.
Warten Sie. Wir versuchen, Urheberrechtsverletzungen und unerwünschte Werbung von externen Anbietern zu verhindern.
KTAM Radio.
KN-ATAM Radio. Bitte.
Hello, this is K.
Good morning, almost. Good night. Good buenos noche, everybody. It's KTAM Radio. Please stand by. We'll get back with you guys pretty soon. Rock and roll. Trying to get the commercials. KN-95 High Carbon Radio with Squatcho. Winter Solstice 2025. Let's freaking fucking go.
Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England, young King George. When England ruled the colonies, when England ruled the seas, when England forced each mother's son and ought to bend his knees. One man spoke up, one man spoke out, not in fear, he said, if we have not freedom, then better we be dead. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England, young King George. When England held the colonies and did by iron hand, she never dreamed a patriot would show up in the land. But Patrick Henry on his feet wrote out a stinging boast. If this indeed be treason, of it make the most. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. When England held the colonies, good happy men were few. They had no constitution then, but most of them well knew. From words that Patrick Henry spoke, a new flag would unfurl. He helped to draft the Constitution now known round the world. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England, young King George. When England held the colonies, it seemed like ages gone. Since first we gained our freedom, carried up and carried on. Today remember Henry with his raspy, fiery breath, saying to the world at large, give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against England's young King George. Patrick Henry, patriot, this nation helped to forge. With fiery tongue, he spoke out against King George.
The biggest libertarian quote there is. This is KTAB Radio, y'all. Support freedom, support Joe X. You are listening to KTAM Radio. Thank you for your patronage. This is the Squatch in my human form style. We are going to be getting on to the night. If my electronic accoutrements permit me to continue the live stream throughout the night, it gets more serious into like the biblical Bible and stuff and Psalms. God bless. This is all dedicated to our homie, our patron saint, Joe X. Joe X is being fucked with by his fucking government. And if you're American, if you're a human being, you should fucking care. Coming to a state, coming to a local fucking city ordinance near you, coming to your country is fascism. And if we don't get with the program and stick together, all these fucking chomo aristocrats, they're gonna not just try to fuck Epstein fuck shit, they're gonna try to fuck us. So let it be known, so let it be written, so let it be done. We're almost through with our segment of stuff kicking lots of ass. Fucking A. This is Johnny Cash, Apache Tears. I have some kind of copyright warning on this video so far. God bless, up the iron, say fuck yeah, keep on rocking in the free world. This is KTAM Radio. This is actually KN-ATAM Radio, but for short, KTAM Radio. Knife and Tomahawk and Machete Radio. Let's freaking fucking go. Oh, okay. Apache cheers.
Do you want free internet?
Let us get through these commercials. This is KTAM Radio, 1095 High Carbon Radio.
Hoofprints and footprints, deep ruts the wagons made. The victor and the loser came by here. No headstones, but these bones rend mescalero death moans. See the smooth black nuggets by the thousands lying here. Petrified but justified are these Apache tears. Dead grass, dry roots, hunger crying in the night. Ghost of broken hearts and laws are here. And who saw the young squaw? They judged by their whiskey law, tortured till she died of pain and fear. Where the soldiers lay her back are the black Apache tears. The young men, the old men, the guilty and the innocent bled red blood and chilled alike with fear. The red man, the white man, no fight ever took this land. So don't raise the dust when you pass here. They're sleeping, and in my keeping are these Apache tears.
KTAM Radio, y'all. I really appreciate your patronage. I really appreciate you guys being here. Merry Christmas from USA. Merry Christmas to Joe X. We are going to celebrate. That's Joe X, guys. Go check him out. For trying to be free, for trying to be himself. the government and his neighbors fuck with him, dude, and it pisses me off. Hello, y'all. I'm gonna get to your comments, and I don't know if I can make it out of what you guys are saying. And my vision, I got glasses somewhere, but I'll try. So, Merry Christmas and stuff. Keep rocking out the free world. Welcome to KN-ATAM Radio with Squatcho here. You guys have a really good one. I don't know what you're saying. God bless. Keep on rocking the free world. Thank you for your patronage. We're gonna get back to the programming. Some of these songs will repeat, guys, tonight. So we're not yet to our meditation time. We're still rocking out, but we'll get there. We'll all get there. So God bless. Keep on rocking out in the free world. This is KN-ATAM Radio with some more music hits coming to you. Coming at you live from San Bernardino National Forest. I love yous. I love yous. Stand by. We are getting through commercials. It is just past 2230 hours. Winter solstice 2025 AD. These commercials are really long.
Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. In most every battle, when the West was young, the Mexicans outnumbered us, but still we'd make them run. So they would see a flash of steel, and one by one they fell. And as their generals called retreat, you could hear them yell, oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. We were fighting engines, things were looking bad. So Jim showed up and gave those Redskins everything he had. He cut 'em up and cut 'em down, and as they rode away, while they were heading for the hills, you could hear 'em say, "Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife." He fought his last battle at the Alamo. He was killed by Santa Anna, but history books will show. Till the very minute Jim Bowie fell and died, he was busy with his blade, and Santa Anna cried, "Oh, run, boys, run for your life. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife. Here comes Jim Bowie with his knife."
God bless you. Coming at you live from San Bernardino, California, USA. Apologies to anyone out there who follows my content out of religious memes, because I cuss a lot and stuff. I come from a very, you would say, I come from San Bernardino. Come on, dude.
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are every nut. Everybody loves the nut. There was a hermit named Fred who kept a dead horse in his cave. And everyone said to Fred, "Fred, how come you keep a dead horse in your cave?" And he said, "Well,
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo.
brains are every nut. Everybody loves the nut." A Columbia man named Frank had a tiger named Hank. He tried to put Hank in his tank. Guess what happened to old Frank? When they picked up the teeth, hair, and eyeballs, erected a tombstone and read,
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo.
"Brains are every nut. Everybody loves the nut." Another Columbia fella told Queen Isabella, "I don't think the world is flat. Now, what do you think about that?" She said, "You don't?" He said, "No, ma'am." She said, "You get out my queendom." And he said, "Yes, ma'am."
Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo.
Brains are every nut. Everybody loves the nut. Everybody loves the nut. The whole world loves the weirdo. Brains are every nut, but everybody loves the nut.
You are listening to KTAM Radio. Let me get through commercials, guys. God bless. 1095 High Carbon Radio, San Bernardino, Squatcho. Welcome. Okay. Try this one.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, free to stay in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. He was over 2 acts and was tall. He was air straight and thin. He was rough and he was tougher than an gnarled old hickory limb. In the War of 1812, Andrew Jackson got that name. His soldiers gave it to him, forever to remain. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, about as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Old Hickory's eyes were bright and blue when they searched for truth and right. And when they didn't see it, there would likely be a fight. If old Hickory didn't like a thing someone had done or said, he'd cruelly look them in the eye, then hit them on the head. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, but as soft as old cement. He had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. From the lonely piney woods he came, and he seemed to always yearn to go back home to Tennessee, his home once more returned. He called his place the Hermitage, and contentedly he sighed. That's where Andrew Jackson, old Hickory, finally died. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, not as soft as old cement. When he had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent. Old Hickory Andrew Jackson, our 7th president. Andrew Jackson was a soldier, not as soft as old cement. He had a thing or two to say, folks knew just what he meant. Lots of big men tried to break him, but never was he bent.